Welcome to 0 to 60.
I'm Matt McChesney. I am the owner and operator of 6 0 Football Academy and 6 0 Equipment. Played at the University of Colorado from 2004. 6 years in the National Football League on both sides of football.
I'm Matt McChesney. This is 0 to 60. That is Coach Prime. We are at the University of Colorado. Brother, thank you so much.
All right. 0 to 60. We're rolling. All right, and we roll the Friday edition of 0 to 60 here on the Bleep Network. I'm your host, as always, Matt McChesney. Bailey is on the ones and the twos. He'll be joining us here shortly. We have a lot to talk about here today, to say the least. I'm a little under the weather, so I apologize if I sound like Kathleen Turner today. But we'll try and get through the show and try and give you the best perspective we can as we roll here into the weekend. I am Matt McChesney. This is 0 to 60 on the Bleep Network. Remember, you can become a member for $2.99. You can like and subscribe on YouTube, on Twitch. The super chats and the subs are open. This morning on Coach JB's show, we had a whole bunch of interaction there with super chats and stuff. So, you know, it's C-Note Friday here on 0 to 60 as well. So we're rolling there, and we're going to be live on TikTok as well here after we pay some bills. So Bailey, pay them bills and let's get rolling.
All right, let's pay some bills here. This show is brought to you by BetOnline. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything online sports betting. Right now, you can receive a 50% free bet of up to $250 on your first deposit to bet on anything from the Olympics to baseball to Formula One, and we got football right around the corner. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads while the games are being played. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker, or unwind with one of our 150 slot games. Head to the website today and get in on the action. Use promo code BLEAV, B-L-E-A-V, for your 50% free bet credit on your first deposit of up to $250. Bet online, the game starts here, and we roll. Matt, how you doing on this fine Friday?
I'm good, brother. You know, a little under the weather, but feeling fine. So let's get rolling and get through it.
No doubt. I feel it. Well, we're going to start off. The show is called Colorado versus Everybody. Everyone seems to be coming out Colorado over everything. We'll dive into it. But let's start with the edited clip. So over the week, this clip got posted to social media, and social media had lost their mind saying it was fake. Shador threw it out of bounds. He didn't actually throw it to LeJohntay Wester, blah, 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 blah. We talked about this previously on Coach JB's show. But then I get a text late that night from Matt showing this clip. You know, Shador.
You mean the real clip?
Pocket, yeah, the real clip. Throwing to LeJohntay Wester, FAU transfer. Hell of a player. Matt, just what's your thoughts on social media just jumping and making assumptions before the truth comes out? I mean, if you look closely in the original video, you can see Wester's route, but people kind of seem to dismiss that thing, think that it's just edited. He threw it out of bounds. We're just making shit for social media.
Play it again. Play the clip again.
All right, one sec.
Look at this clip and then watch the other clip. It's the same exact one. I don't know why they edited it other than you can't see him catch the ball on that back clip with the quarterback.
Yeah.
You can see sort of clear, hit flip, great ball, unbelievable catch, touchdown. So, look, I don't know why, you know, social media decided to run with this. They did, but they did. And good, man. Again, more fucking fuel for the fire. There's always someone talking shit about CU. I mean, it's every 5 minutes. It's whether it's this reporter from Alton Sports, which I know we're going to talk about again, or, you know, it's just social media in general, or TikTok or Instagram or Twitter or whatever, bro. People just can't help themselves. So the entire country mocked it, but you can mock it all you want, but your quarterback can't make that throw. The way he adjusts the pocket, flips his hip, and just throws a fucking dart on a frozen rope. I mean, look at flip, hip, feet are readjusted, and just bop, right in the back of the end zone. So that's an NFL throw if I've ever seen one. And, yeah, man, I'd be mocking and talking shit, too, if I was the rest of the country because Colorado's nice, son. They're about to be real, real, real nice.
Yeah, and I've seen those within the so-called Colorado Buffaloes football social media. Coach Prime fans, they're posting all these other schools that are, they're making these edited clips where they throw it and then someone, it's cut and the receiver catches it. I mean, I'll tell you from someone who works in sports media and cuts a lot of different videos. Yeah, you're going to do that for the angle, no doubt. And people need to do a little bit of homework when it comes to that, because I highly doubt, at least from a social media team, I'm not going to cut a video of someone thrown out of bounds. I highly doubt a Power 5 school would do the same either. So,
yeah, that'd be pretty ridiculous. Look, the film doesn't lie. So there it is.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Colorado versus everybody. Dan Levitard, for some reason, had the author of the Athlon Sports article with a bunch of wild accusations against Colorado on his show, and he had this to say. Oh, boy. Take a listen.
Tell us about the gun allegations.
It's rampant there. There's a video that's circulating that I actually found after the piece where they're asking, I believe it's Bucky is going around asking who's the most strapped on the team. And people are giving their opinions. It's not just one person. It's multiple people. I found a video also last night of Travis Hunter and Dion fishing, and there's a gun in plain sight while he's fishing.
Who's the strap of the day? Strapped all day. But the defense nominated you for strapped up.
What do you mean by that? I've been strapping the most shit up out here. How many nominations we got to do nominations?
We have. Okay, I'm just going to cut it off there. Matt, break this down for someone who's played the game, please.
Look, man, this isn't about playing football. This is your right as an American to have firearms if you want. They're not at the facility either. They're not talking about guns. They're saying they're getting strapped down on the field. They're strapping the receivers down. You dumb motherfucking white boy. I mean, look, Powder here from Alton Sports. I went off on him on JB's show this morning. I'm about to do it again. You're the reason, bro. You're making us look bad. And this is just a bad fucking look. All right. Now, it's not a bad look for CU. It's a bad look for you, dummy. Dan Levitard already took this off of his site, and he should. This motherfucker right here, you got some explaining to do, bro. The wild ass accusations against the university, more fucking slinging mud. I mean, if anything, my question to you is, why do you have such a fucking vendetta against the Sanders? I mean, what's your fucking problem? What did they do to you? So I think that this is all fucking ridiculous, dog. I mean, this powder-looking motherfucker has gotten on my last nerve. I wish we could get his bitch ass on the show, but he won't respond to anybody. He won't respond to the DNVR guys. Ryan and Jake are trying to get him on. They won't respond to him. So, look, this guy is a total fuckboy, and his organization is a bunch of fuckboys. And they put themselves in the crosshairs now of every Colorado fan because of this wild-ass accusational bullshit. This is the United States of America. I can carry weapons. I can own weapons. You're out fishing in the woods and you don't have a weapon. I hope that this guy goes fishing and gets eaten by a bear. For real, dog, I'm from the country. When I was at Colorado, I don't know how many guns I had in my fucking house off campus, but it wasn't a little, and it was more than a lot. So, the right to bear arms is something that I take seriously. And this Colorado's an open carry state also. I can carry whatever the fuck I want as long as it's on my hip and visible. So this is ridiculous. This guy needs to fucking retract this story and really try and get on the good side of people. Because right now, the entire Alton Sports looks totally discredited to me. It's a total fucking joke. It might as well be like The Onion or some shit. Or you know what? The Onion, at least they're full of shit. They're just trying to make a joke. This motherfucker is he's off the wall ridiculous with these stories. I mean, how stupid of a white guy is it to think that they're saying, well, we were strapping down the receivers, and you think they're talking about everybody being strapped in the fucking locker room? You stupid fucking white guy. I mean, goddamn, dog, fuck.
And that was the point.
Look, I'm really sorry, but not all white guys are like this. I swear to God, we're not. This guy's fucking, you son of a bitch. This motherfucker is just, how stupid and naive can you be? They're talking about guns, they're strapping down, that all the receivers are strapped, and there's guns everywhere, and they went fishing, and oh my God, there's guns. Shut the fuck up. This guy is such a bitch-ass pussy, man. I'm really, 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 really would love to get this guy in a rage room.
Yeah, and couple things. For those who don't play, the strapped up thing means you're locking someone down, bro. It does not mean a gun thing. Like, I don't understand. There's some people that didn't play or are not very intelligent that don't understand.
Coach Prime and Travis Hunter have a gun visible. Oh my God. What?
It kills me. Let me ask you another question, Matt. Where did he go to school?
The University of Nebraska. This is the same douchebag that wrote the story about the backup quarterback that had a problem with Shador. I can't remember what the context was, but like he wasn't getting the same love as the superstar. Like, no shit. So it's look, it is what it is, man. I'm not saying that just because he went to Nebraska, this is why he's doing it, but it's not surprising.
Yeah. And like, obviously, and let me ask you this. Why, and I'm going on this a little bit, why would Dan Le Batard have this guy on the show?
Because Dan Le Batard is washed.
That's a fair.
And he'll do anything to get. I mean, look, Dan's got a bigger audience than I do, but I haven't seen much of Dan Le Batard in a long time. So
neither.
I'm just saying it's bad look on them too, because they didn't do their homework. Like, that's my problem with this. You didn't make a phone call to CU and at least get a no comment. Like, you're just going to run with these crazy ass. All right, so I'm going to write an article later about just some random shit and just come up with fucking bullshit that I heard or made up and roll with it and just have no frame of reference whatsoever. I mean, that is not the way this is supposed to go, but that's the way the media is these days. That's why so many podcasts are so popular. So many people are tired of like sports talk radio and the corporate bullshit, because this is the kind of fucking crap you get. I mean, look, man, this guy is a total fuckboy, man. And look, hide your kids, because he probably does have a flat panel van with free candy written on the side of it, no windows, just driving around town and shit. So I'm tired of talking about this motherfucker. See us in the streets in Boulder, Demi.
Yeah,
piece of shit that guy is.
Yeah, facts. I personally really don't understand. I mean, obviously we haven't heard nothing. At least I haven't, and I'm all over Twitter and everything in this social media aspect. I haven't heard nothing out of Dan Le Batard's show, and so I mean, for him to have him on, for him to take it seriously is another problem I have. It's just like kills me. Let's move forward here. Travis Hunter is addressing his team, talking about, man, they got 21 days till they play North Dakota State. Now we're a little bit closer to that, but I wanted to kind of get your take on what he was talking about. Take a listen.
Bro, we got 21 more days. Everybody down us. We the trashiest team in the Big 12 right now. Whatever they got us ranked at, bro, we got to show them better. We got to be the number one team. We got to go at this shit and just keep working. Come on, man, break it down.
Matt, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, and I really liked the talk from the other safety as well. I can't remember his name, but he was very adamant about. You know, you don't need to play it, but he was very adamant about, you know, the same thing, like appreciating where you're at. So, look, there's always ho-hum football players. There's always, on every roster, there's guys that are like, oh, I have to be at practice. Oh, ho-hum, I got to go to football practice. And I fucking hate that shit. So it's good to see that the leaders are standing up and saying something about it. It's impossible not to feel sorry for yourself a little bit every now and then in camp, but you can't let it seep into the minutia of the football team. So I'm glad that they're addressing it head on. One of the benefits of recording everything is you see dots like that in practice. One of the probably, I don't know if it's a negative, but one of the things that could be criticized is people will take a look at that and be like, oh, see, look, not everybody's focused. Well, this is what team building is. This is what camp is about. It's making sure that you bite things like this in the rear and move forward. So I like the fact that Travis is standing up and leading the way he is. It's hard to figure it out. So I like to see things like that. I want to see the players stand up. All you usually see is Coach Prime talking before practice. So it's good to see the players step up and have something to say meaningfully or from a meaningful standpoint. So both of those guys carry a lot of weight, and especially Travis. And I think that the message was well received.
Yeah, no doubt. Let me ask you, kind of talking about what he was talking about a little bit. Do you think that other teams and players within the Big 12 view Colorado as the worst team in the conference?
No, I don't. I think that they look at Colorado and think that it's last year's football team and it's just Shador and Travis.
Yeah.
And they're going to be sadly mistaken. So I think that that's a way to motivate everybody, what Travis was doing right there. You know, the perception is we're not shit, but I do not think that people in the Big 12 are going to look at CU and take them lightly. The coaches won't allow it. Right. And the only team that thinks we're not any good is Colorado State, and they play in like the Pac-2 or some shit. So
yeah,
everybody else will have healthy respect for CU and Coach Prime. If you overlook them, they're going to beat the shit out of you. So.
No doubt. Shoot, let's move forward here. So Colorado today just landed a new transfer offensive lineman from former, I think, LSU offensive lineman. His name's Cardell Thomas. Kind of discuss him kind of coming to Boulder and, kind of his whole process and the type of player that you think he is.
Well, I've worked with Cardell in the past year at 6-0. He came in on a trip last year before he went to FIU. Or FAU, right? He was a Rattler, right?
I think he's Florida.
Yeah, 4 a.m. That's it. But big, aggressive guard center. I think he might be able to play right tackle, but most likely an interior guy. He's got a lot of eligibility left, so he can come in and develop into Coach Lodeho's system. I liked him. I thought he worked hard. He's got a lot of work to do, just like every kid does, but he's got a high ceiling, bro. So another big eater coming in. I mean, he's got long arms and really fast feet and did a really good job in the gym when he came in. So I'm excited to get him back in the facility. I'm glad that he's in Boulder. That seems like a good fit, and he was excited about it. He was excited about the last time that he was in Colorado before he had to go to A&M. So not sure why he went there right off, instead of coming to Colorado immediately, other than maybe academics or classes or something like that. But it's good that he's in Boulder now, and he will definitely be a depth asset for that team moving forward. So that's big time for Cardell. I was happy to see that happen this morning.
Yeah, no doubt. And you said he'll be a big-time depth asset. How do you see him fitting in with the pieces in this offensive line? Obviously, you got.
Look, he's going to have to step in and fit in immediately. There's opportunity everywhere as long as you're ready to play. So he's got to come in and make sure he's in shape and get his feet underneath him and learn the system. And if he has to redshirt this year, then he has to redshirt, and you've got him for the future. But it's never a bad thing to get a former 4-star offensive lineman that can play. So, as long as he comes in and does the right thing, then he'll be in a position to help the football team. But I think right now you've got a pretty good lock on like the 5 or 6 guys that they would play, whether it's Brown at guard or Brown at right tackle. They've been rotating him like that a lot. So, they're trying to figure out their best 5. And I'm sure that this kid he's probably be a next year spring ball type to help. But then again, I don't know that for sure. That's just my guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt. Here, you got a question from the chat here. You got Andre Duke. He says, Matt, did you ever go to Nevin Shapiro House in Miami when you played? And is Bo Nix going to start this year in Chicago backhand with a rib glove?
Why would I go to Nevin Shapiro's house? No, absolutely not. I played for the Dolphins, dog, not for the U. And is Bo Nix going to start? Yeah, probably. I would have to think that even though the depth chart said he was a 3, I don't really give a shit what that says. I think he'll start right off the bat, as he should, because the Broncos aren't very good, so every game is going to be like a preseason game.
Yeah, I hear you. We had a little preseason action last night. Joe Milton. Joe Milton, man, he 4 for 6. Your thoughts on his performance here? He made a couple plays, threw a touchdown here, had a nice scrum here. Go ahead and show him in a second.
I've said this on this show that I think Milton will win the job over May. I said this 3 weeks ago. So yeah. I'm not enamored with the runaround like Coach JB thinks I am for some reason, but that's something Drake May's not going to do. That's all I'm saying. He's got a bigger arm. He's more athletic. He's a bigger dude. He seems to be picking up the system better. The way that they were running offense with him is different than the way they were running offense with Drake May. So, look, 6-rounders take 1st-rounders' jobs all the time in New England. Tom Brady Drew Bledsoe. Kirk Cousins and Robert Griffin III were drafted very similar to this. Kirk went in the 5th, RG3 went 3rd overall. May went 3rd overall, Milton went in the 6th. So you got to play the best player. And New England and Mayo, the coach, he's a Belichick guy. That's what they do. So when you make a mistake, maybe like they did with Drake May, you never know. Maybe Milton is the backup when they play Drake just because, but eventually this kid's going to play, bro. He's too good not to.
Yeah, I gotta get your prediction. We're in August, right? We're almost to the season. Do you think he starts a game for New England at all this season?
Yeah, I think he'll start several games for New England this season.
Wow. Really? I mean, I got to see Milton play out here at Tennessee, man. I mean, he started and got benched for Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker obviously had the hell of a season. Milton came from Michigan at the time. Then he starts this past season. And when we see him play well, we see him struggle when it came to big-time games. Obviously, they played Florida in week 2, and he kind of struggled. Let me ask you, do you think when it comes to making those intermediate throws, he has a hell of an arm. He can sling it with the best of him when it comes to throw power and how far he can throw. But when it comes to intermediate throws, do you think Gerard May will be able to develop him to actually sit in the pocket and, actually be able to play well? You know what I mean?
I mean, how the fuck am I supposed to know if they can develop this kid to do that? So it's on him. Look, the coaching staff can only do so much. I guarantee you, with the run that he's getting and the run that Drake May's getting, they're sitting in the meeting room going, well, this 6th rounder might be a better player than the 1st rounder, but we got to give the 1st rounder more chances. So every quarterback's got a ton to improve on. But look, when you have a big arm, that doesn't mean you can't throw intermediate. So it's all personal preference, and people fucking nitpick literally everything these kids do from the minute they wake up and take a shit to the minute they go to bed and take a piss. So, I liked what I saw from Milton last night. I didn't think Drake May was terrible, but again, it's all the preseason, so we'll see. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Zappy kid gets run this year too. I mean, they're trying to figure out who the quarterback is in New England. And just because Drake May went 3rd overall, again, everyone, this is not the bonus baby NFL anymore. They can, if he's not any good, they'll just replace him or draft another quarterback next year. They were 2 years out of drafting Mac Jones in the 1st round, and he was fucking terrible. So, that sometimes you just have to roll with the better player and stop worrying about where they're drafted.
No doubt. And man, you said we'll see Milton play this year, man. I'd sure like to see how that plays out. They got Brissett there. They got Drake May. We saw Bailey Zappi last night a little bit, and we saw Milton. So we'll see how that plays out. As we close out here, you brought it up earlier, the speech from Cameron Simon Craig. I mean, it's a speech that everyone should take a listen to. Matt, I'll get your comments after this. Take a listen.
This opportunity of our life, bro. I hate to see it, bro. I hate to see people not have this opportunity and they want it so bad and we got it and won't do shit with it, bro. Come on, man. We got the best opportunity in the world, bro. There's a million kids in the world that's grinding, going to practice every day to get here, and we get here and cry about it, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, how we gonna do this, bro? If people back in the city where y'all from, bro, that counter y'all see y'all on TV, but if they knew how we go by day, hour by hour, they'll be like, what the hell is you out there doing? That's real talk. Even me, bro. Even me. I talking to y'all, but I'm talking to myself too. Because I take this shit for granted sometimes. That's why I need people on my team to come to me and be like, you bullshitting today. You ain't bringing it today. You gotta love football first. You gotta love this shit first, man. It's about football. I'm sorry, Coach. Forget all the social media and all that, man. This is about football. At the end of the day, I love football more than I love the Instagram. I love football more than I love the money. I love football more than I love these girls, bro. I love football first. And that's how we got to get to. We got to love the football shit first. Then all the other stuff going to come, bro.
Facts.
That's the fucking truth. I mean, he's spitting fire and talking truth. You've got to overcome the guy inside of you first that tells you can't do it. And then after that, you can lead. And that's what that young man is doing. I mean, wearing his heart on his sleeve and talking to his team honestly. It's a little concerning to me that they got to address it like this because there's so many guys bitching and complaining. But that is another natural part of training camp, like I said. So it's really great to see. I'll take that. I'll take guys bitching and complaining to get leadership like that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when it's a little, middle of camp and things aren't going the way you maybe wanted to, you had a couple bad days in a row. Well, you know what? Maybe we needed to go through hell to get to heaven here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So maybe they needed to suck for a couple of days and not have a good practice and have Coach Prime on their ass and everybody's questioning stuff. Okay, well, good. Now we force leadership. Now we see somebody other than Shador and Travis leading. Mm-hmm. And that's what they're trying to find. They're trying to find more than just one alpha dog up there. So that was great to see. And I'm glad that they're wearing their heart on their sleeve. Again, some people will look at it and be like, hey, haha, they're not as good as, look how soft they are, because those people are pretty insecure bitches. But that's some real shit. That's a grown man wearing his heart on his sleeve and trying to be a leader. And you got to be vulnerable before you can earn trust. So it's good to see, honestly. I mean, it's something something else they can overcome on a day-to-day basis.
Right. And one thing that he said that stuck out, and these are college level players, and I'm sure that you relay this to the kids that you train every day. Loving football versus liking football. There's a big difference in that. Can you kind of speak to that?
Huge. Well, look, you can like something all you want, but that's an emotion and it will change.
Mm-hmm.
But do you need it? Not even love. Love's an emotion too. Mm-hmm. Do you need it? Do you need it like you need oxygen? Because liking something, loving something is fucking played out, bro. I mean, I love you, I like you, baby, until circumstances change, But if you need something like you need fucking oxygen, then you'll do anything to get it, and it doesn't matter about the circumstances. So I'm always with guys that I ask about 6-0 or whatever, it's always, do you like it or do you need it? Because if you just like it, one day you won't. But if you need it, it doesn't matter what you need or what you need to do to get it, you will. So the huge difference between like and need.
No doubt. And last question I have for you on this topic. Simon Craig, how do you kind of see his impact? How do you think he'll play this season on that Colorado defense?
I mean, he'll be a huge asset. I mean, they had to replace a bunch of guys. And obviously, if Coach Prime has given him this opportunity to speak to the team, he's earned it. Don't be surprised if you see an L or a D on his shoulder pads when he walks out of after they do all of that. Yep. So yeah, he's just another good football player that's got heart. That we need guys like that. The more we have of this, the less we'll have of Travis getting cheap shotted and Shador up there talking shit. Not that I don't think he's a G, and I'm glad he did it, but the offensive line should have been up there fucking body slamming people and. It should have been a fist fight on the field. If that would have happened when I was playing, it would have been a clear out bench brawl. Like people would have gotten kicked out of the game. Mm-hmm. So it's something that. Thanks, Dave. We appreciate you. Thank you for all the support today, guys. Remember, super chats and subs are open and everything else. Thanks, Andre. I think CU is trying to find themselves from a leadership standpoint too, and this is just another positive example of that.
No doubt. And everything he said was from the heart. It's facts. For those who don't believe it's facts, reevaluate. Man, Matt, as we close out on this Friday, great show here. We're rolling a little bit early today, but I thought it was a hell of a show. Covered a lot of different topics. Colorado versus everybody coming at Colorado. Any final thoughts as we close out here?
Yeah, just have a good weekend. Stay safe. Hopefully we'll be back Monday a little bit more, rolling, because I feel like absolute shit. But we appreciate everybody out there. Have a good weekend and go Buffs.
See you guys. Have a great weekend. Peace.